The Scandalous and Extraordinary Life of Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker, an icon of the 20th century, was much more than a celebrated entertainer. Her life was filled with extraordinary achievements and controversies that continue to captivate audiences today. Here are 10 of the most scandalous and shocking facts about Josephine Baker. Fact number 1. Mysterious birth and youth of Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker, born as Frida Josephine McDonald on June 3, 1906, in St. Louis, Missouri, has always been surrounded by mysteries concerning her early life and parentage. While her mother, Carrie McDonald, was a laundress of African American descent, her biological father's identity has sparked numerous speculations. The commonly cited father, Eddie Carson, a vaudeville drummer who was involved with Carrie, is often questioned, with some sources speculating that Josephine's real father could have been a prominent white man from St. Louis. This ambiguity added a layer of complexity to her already challenging life growing up in the racially segregated and economically struggling environment of early 20th century America. By the age of 13, Josephine had already begun working as a maid, facing harsh realities that pushed her to run away and join a street performance group. This move marked the beginning of her ascent to fame during the vibrant era of the Harlem Renaissance in New York City. Number 2. The Banana Dance Sensation. On October 2, 1926, Josephine Baker took the stage at the Folies Bergeret in Paris, performing her iconic danse sauvage clad in nothing but a skirt made of 16 artificial bananas. Her electrifying performance not only shattered the conventional boundaries of stage acts of the time but also challenged the deeply entrenched norms of race, gender, and sexuality. The banana dance, as it came to be known, catapulted her into stardom, making her a definitive symbol of the Jazz Age's exoticism and eroticism. Her audacity to embrace and showcase her body in such a bold fashion both scandalized and mesmerized her audiences, cementing her status as a cultural and erotic icon who dared to defy societal expectations and paved the way for future generations of performers. Number 3. Espionage during World War II. During the dark years of World War II, Josephine Baker leveraged her international fame and access to the echelons of society for espionage, serving the French resistance. With a perfect cover as a world-renowned entertainer, she attended glamorous events and embassy parties where she could gather crucial information from unsuspecting high-ranking officials. Josephine ingeniously smuggled secret messages written in invisible ink on her sheet music and hid classified documents inside her stage costumes. Her invaluable contributions to the French resistance were recognized with several esteemed French military honors, including the Croix de Guerre and the Legion of Honor, personally awarded to her by General Charles de Gaulle. This chapter of her life highlights her courage and dedication to the cause of freedom, far beyond her public persona as a performer. Number 4. The Rainbow Tribe. In the 1950s, Josephine Baker embarked on an ambitious and humanitarian project by adopting 12 children from various racial and ethnic backgrounds, which she famously called her Rainbow Tribe. Baker's vision was to create a family that mirrored a mini-global community, showcasing the feasibility of racial harmony. This diverse family included children from Japan, Finland, Colombia, Algeria, and other nations, all raised together at her estate, Château de Milans in France. While many lauded her efforts as a groundbreaking social experiment, critics argued that she was exploiting these children for publicity and questioned the practicality and ethics of her intentions. Despite the controversies, Baker was determined to demonstrate that it was possible for people of different races and cultures to live together peacefully. The estate became a sort of human museum where visitors could observe the children playing and interacting, further fueling the debate over her methods and motives. Number 5. Civil rights activist. Josephine Baker's role in the American civil rights movement culminated on August 28, 1963, when she took the stage as the only official female speaker at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Standing alongside Martin Luther King Jr., who delivered his historic "I Have a Dream" speech, Baker wore her Free French uniform adorned with the medals she earned during World War II. She delivered a powerful and moving speech about her experiences with racism and her vision for racial equality. Her passionate plea for justice and equality resonated deeply, especially given her renunciation of U.S. citizenship in response to the racial prejudices she faced. Her presence and speech at the march underscored her commitment to the civil rights cause and marked a significant moment in her life as a social activist. Number 6. Financial ruin. Despite her global fame and influence, Josephine Baker experienced significant financial troubles later in life. Her financial ruin was precipitated by her extravagant spending habits and the high costs of maintaining her expansive estate, Château de Milans, along with caring for her large adopted family. By 1969, her financial situation had deteriorated to the point where she was evicted from her beloved chateau. In a turn of fortune, Princess Grace of Monaco, whom Baker had befriended during her performances in Monaco, came to her aid. The princess offered Baker a villa in Roquebrune, Monaco, and helped her financially, enabling her to continue her performances and public appearances. This support was crucial for Baker, allowing her to reclaim some stability and dignity during the twilight years of her life, contrasting sharply with her previous status as an international star. Number 7. Multiple marriages. Josephine Baker's personal life was as eventful as her professional career, marked by multiple marriages that each ended in separation or divorce. She first married Willie Wells at the young age of 13, a union that was brief and ended as quickly as it began. Her second marriage was to Willie Baker in 1921, from whom she retained her famous last name despite the eventual dissolution of their marriage. This name would become her identity as she rose to stardom. Her third husband, Jean Lyon, a French industrialist whom she married in 1937, helped her secure French citizenship. However, this marriage too ended in divorce. Her final marriage to Joe Bouillon, a French orchestra leader in 1947, lasted longer but eventually succumbed to the strains of Baker's career and lifestyle. Despite these personal upheavals, each relationship contributed significantly to her life story, weaving into her legacy as a pioneering yet complex figure. Josephine Baker did not have biological children from any of her marriages. Number 8. Ban from her homeland. In 1951, during a visit to the United States, Josephine Baker experienced severe racial discrimination when she was refused service at the Stork Club in New York City. Outraged, Baker publicly denounced the club and accused them of racism, leading to a highly publicized confrontation with influential columnist Walter Winchell, who sided with the club. This incident not only spotlighted the prevalent racial prejudices in America but also reinforced Baker's reputation as a staunch advocate for civil rights. Her refusal to be served and the subsequent fallout received extensive media coverage, underscoring her commitment to fighting discrimination, a stance that often cost her professionally and personally during her visits to America. Number 9. Bisexual Relationships. Josephine Baker was a figure of immense charm and allure, known not only for her relationships with men but also rumored relationships with women, adding layers to her already complex persona. Among the most notable were her alleged liaisons with Mexican painter Frida Kahlo and American blues singer Clara Smith. These relationships, though never confirmed by Baker herself, were part of the lore surrounding her life, painting her as a bold and unconventional figure unbound by the societal norms of her time. Baker's sexuality and romantic life remain topics of fascination and speculation, mirroring the freedom and defiance she exhibited on stage and in her public life. Baker was a muse for many prominent artists and intellectuals of her time. Pablo Picasso painted her, and Ernest Hemingway called her the most sensational woman anyone ever saw. She was friends with literary figures like Colette and Langston Hughes. Her influence extended beyond the stage, as she became a symbol of the Roaring Twenties artistic and cultural revolution, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and music. Number 10. Final triumph and legacy. Josephine Baker's last hurrah on stage was a splendid affair, celebrating her 50 years in show business with a gala held in Paris in 1975. The event was attended by a slew of celebrities, including Sophia Loren and Mick Jagger, highlighting her enduring appeal and legendary status. Just 4 days after this triumphant performance, Baker passed away from a cerebral hemorrhage at the age of 68. Her funeral in Paris was a testament to her impact and legacy, attended by more than 20,000 mourners and featuring full French military honors, reflecting the immense respect she garnered both as an artist and as a civil rights activist. Her death marked the end of an era, but the legacy of her life as a performer, a fighter for equality, and a cultural icon continues to inspire and resonate across generations.